All right.
All right. Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. We got Daryl up here on the panel with me. We got Lisa Ann in the chat, John in the chat, Bocce. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for the congratulations on the 2,800 subs. I just hit that today. I was sitting right at 17.99 for a long, like almost a whole day. So, but finally hit it. It'll drop back down below, you know, 2,800
Yeah.
here next day or so. It fluctuates so bad sometimes, but hopefully everybody outside of Ohio, hope you're warm. It's down in the 40s, and mom, the last big storm we had, my mom had a couple big limbs come out of her big pine tree, so it actually topped them out. So we went over and cut those up, and drug them to the back of the property, and pushed them down over the hill. And then there was a couple big cherry trees that had blown over, so we cut those up for firewood for her. And I didn't think it was supposed to be that cold out, but man. Hey, Thomas. Yes,
Hey,
Bocce, stupid ads. Stupid ads. But it's
well,
part of
Pachi,
life.
well, Pachi, if you had financed the channel better, he wouldn't have to turn the ads on.
That's right.
I
Hey,
mean,
Munster, how you doing? Ben's Workshop, how you doing? You know,
see,
yeah. There's that little button down there that the stickers and stuff. Drop
hey
drop
Ben,
a drop a hundo on one of those, and I can shut the ads off.
everything guy.
Oh, boo for the guys on the panel. Boo. Boo. Okay. Yes,
Huh?
Bocce does finance the channel. She's a member. She's been a member for over 2 years now. Man. Uh,
Hey Wayne,
Tom is kicking it. He did 8 pallets today. Hey, Wayne, how you
uh,
doing?
there's Mr. Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Yes, Delisa, that's a participation sticker. Just like these are participation ribbons up here. I haven't got the rest of them hung up yet, but yeah, those are my participation ribbons.
See, Master.
You know, I stopped getting ribbons a long time ago. I don't pick them up anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Sea Monster, how you doing?
Well, Ed, we came out of a time that they didn't give participating uh, trophies or stickers or
Hmm.
just to participate.
Yeah. If we didn't win, they're like, nah, you better practice more and get better.
Yeah.
He bent over and picked up $140 in cash. I think I lost that, Wayne. That must have been where it went.
Hey, as hard as the wind's been blowing, it might be mine. Let me go check my wallet.
And what's
I ain't
Bocce?
seen, I ain't seen $140 in cash, and good Lord knows when.
I did because I went and picked up oil Thursday for Mark and I for the pulling tractors, and he paid me yesterday for it. For his case. So I seen $100 of that, and I had I think 40 in my wallet. So
Well,
yeah, Wayne's buying the first round. He found $140. So
yeah.
yeah, can you make mine a double espresso? Yep. And Lisa's been a member for 18 months. Awesome. I don't know how many
Wow.
members I have left. I think 3 or 4. I've totally forgot about it.
I appreciate y'all support the Ed's channel here. It's
Oh, I really appreciate it.
uh,
Be right back. Need food. Yeah, I had good food tonight. Mom had Italian sausages with peppers and onions and baked beans and pasta salad all ready for us. Of course, my brothers, they had to take theirs to go. I sat and ate with Ma. But I honestly thought I was going to be late getting there today because I was watching a little bit of TV after doing a little bit around the house. And yeah, I dozed off and woke up like 5 minutes before I had to leave.
you ain't forgot about you, Bocce.
I didn't forget about my members. I just forgot that, I actually have that available. I don't promote it anymore because, I just love hanging out with y'all,
Yeah. So
I definitely don't do it for the money.
why?
If I did, I'd quit.
YouTubers don't make thousands of dollars a month, and I mean,
Oh, not this YouTuber. I haven't got a check since I think November.
well, you have to open up your OnlyFans then, Ed, because I mean, them girls that swear up and down, they make $10,000 to $15,000 a month on OnlyFans.
That's why I like the people that I've met on YouTube, and that's why I keep doing it. So, of course, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna cook for this week because I didn't do it today or yesterday. So it might be beans and weenies. You guys want to watch me cook beans and weenies?
No, probably too much.
Yeah, Mud. So there's money in YouTube, but it's usually going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Oh, Bocce says nope. She's such a party pooper sometimes. What do you want to see me cook, Bocce? Tell me what you want to see me cook. I'm out of ice cream. I was going to get some ice cream today and never went to the store.
Well, they sell it at they sell that deep fried ice cream at the fairs down. Ed, you could.
Yeah.
Just that way it's a cooking show and ice cream. Same thing.
I knew Bocce was going to come up with something like that. I don't like eggplant. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I've broadened my horizons on what I've eaten as I've gotten older, but eggplant and squash are just two things that I can't do. I'm sorry, I've tried it multiple ways, and that's straight up along the side there with liver. I can't do liver.
I was raised on a farm, so I swore up and down when I got old enough to able to buy my groceries. I wasn't going to have all that stuff anymore. But doggone if it ain't about time to start doing a garden again, I think.
I mean, I don't have a problem with people eating it and stuff. I mean, I know there people love it. It's just I can't say it's the taste. I can't say it's the texture. I can't do it.
I used to be forced to eat fried okra, fried maters, fried this, fried that, and all that. It just got too much on me. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I still like fried green tomatoes. I still like fried okra, and fried zucchini, and all that kind of stuff. I just can't do the squashes and stuff.
Hey, Breezy.
Hey, Jeff. Hi, Breezy.
There, Mr. Jeff.
Where?
I seen him somewhere. Mr. Santa Claus or something. I don't know what
No,
what.
Santa Claus is up in the right corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, the other way.
But yeah, they. I can eat, just about any of them. But like I said, just the squashes and stuff. No. No,
Hey, listen,
the only other
Breezy.
thing that I can't stomach, and I can stand anything cooking besides tuna noodle casserole.
Oh.
I can't stand it to smell it eating it or cooking it. I can't eat it. It actually turns my stomach whenever it's cooking. So
Hey, look, it's south of the border.
How you doing, Mr. Mater?
But
hey, Thomas.
Squash.
Who what?
So you don't like zucchini?
I like zucchini. I don't like eggplant and spaghetti squash and all them kind of things. I
Those
can't.
I can handle. I can handle that. Even like y'all talking about the fried okra. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like fried okra and the zucchini and the fried green tomatoes and all that kind of stuff. But it's just something about this. And like I said, I can't put my finger on it. It's not the taste. It's not. Maybe it's a combination of the taste and the texture. And I like sweet potato fries.
Yep.
But to eat a
Never
sweet
had
potato,
them.
but to eat a sweet potato, nah, can't do it.
That's just like you're kind. For you, it's like the same thing for me with asparagus. I can't stand the taste or texture of it, and the only other thing would be like your regular button mushrooms
Mhm.
and everything. Those I don't like the taste and everything on. But now you get me like a shiitake mushroom, or anything used in Chinese cooking or something like that, I'll eat them. But the only two things I don't like are like regular mushrooms or zucchini. I mean asparagus.
Hey, Ken.
Hey Ken.
Hey
Uh,
Ken, Thomas, Ben, Breezy, Lisa,
yes,
Daryl.
Mudster, there is a way to remove the ABS system by putting a proportioning valve in it. But if your vehicle uses the wheel speed sensors for that
Doesn't
ABS
work
system,
then.
well, the brake system will still work, but you'll get all kinds of codes and warnings, and it may actually throw it. It may actually throw it into throw the vehicle into limp mode, depending on how new it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and Bocce said minestrone soup. I actually think I have a minestrone soup mix up in the cupboard I was looking at last week.
And what's wrong with chicken noodle there, Bocce?
Yeah, I like chicken noodle.
Yeah, nothing wrong with chicken noodle.
All right, we're getting over into pastas and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Sorry, Daryl. How about if we talk about those salads?
But I did go to dinner Friday night with my brother and his wife and my mom. We tried a new seafood place that I guess it's been there for years, and I've never even heard about it. And we went over,
You
and
gotta get out more.
well, it's like off the beaten path. So it's just a little small place. I mean, it's nice, and they had some really good food. I had a cod sandwich with onion rings and calamari. The calamari was nice and tender. I liked that, and the two nice big pieces of cod, which I put one on my plate or one on my bun and one on a plate to eat, and the onion rings I brought home because it was way too much food for the rest of
Yeah,
We
you
got
come
the
on.
dietitian here, huh?
Now,
well,
Ed, you come back down here. I can take you to about 35 minutes from here, but we got a little place called Catfish Corner, and they're closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because they're out fishing. But they've got some good, seafood. It's all fresh water, but they got some good seafood.
yes, Mudster. A 2000 S10, you can get the HP tuner, and you can shut all that off. Yep, yep. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but then you would if you remove the ABS module, you'll have to put a proportioning valve in line there somewhere. So,
But now,
but
Ed, I was going to say one thing that is kind of weird. Like when I've gone down to Galveston a few times, there's about a dozen or two seafood places all up and down the seawall. And it's like, I wouldn't mind going in, but I'm sorry, but those places are way out of my budget. When we're talking, $100, $150 for two people to go in and eat.
Mhm.
Like,
well, years ago when I was young, we used to go to the Outer Banks, North Carolina, for vacation. My parents had friends that lived out there, and there used to be a restaurant out there that basically didn't really have a menu. I mean, they did, but they didn't. Everything that we were served that day coming on the boat that morning.
in other words, depends upon what they caught and brought in is what they're putting on the menu.
Yep. If it was crabs, it was crabs. If it was flounder or whatever, you know, the and I think they owned like four of their own boats, and they go out and you could sit right there on the dock side of the restaurant. It was all windows, and you could literally see the boats coming in certain times of the day, and then unloading and bringing them in, cleaning it, and everything was pretty fresh. And
That's one
Thomas
of the
had
best
sushi for
places.
lunch.
Yep.
Was that gas
How
station
about tuna?
sushi?
Yeah. Oh God.
There's a truck stop sushi.
I actually like sushi. There used to be a place about half hour, 45 minutes north of me. That's what they did. Sushi rolls and all kinds of sushi and stuff like sushi sashimi, and it was pretty good stuff. Three people could eat for like probably 125, $130, but that was a lot of food. I mean, if you
Yeah,
walked out of there full or hungry, that was your own fault.
yeah. I
Ah,
was gonna say, I went to one place I know, one of those little seafood restaurants down there when I was in Galveston like 3 years ago. I think it was for the two of us to eat and everything was about $60. But now we also wanted going to Rainforest Cafe. Just for two people, it was about $85 to eat there.
Well, that's like it is with Myrtle Beach. I mean, they got a couple places down there that's got like they call it calabash, but it's fresh seafood that they already got. They cook it, and it's a self serve type thing. But that stuff's still $50 a plate, just about. I mean,
so I don't mind paying good for good food.
Yeah.
What I don't like is we've got a hamburger place here. It's not a chain. Um, Went in for dinner one night. Me, Mark, Sandy, some other people, and I had a burger, which the burger was pretty decent, but I had a burger, an appetizer, fries, and an iced tea, and it was $35.
that's
It better have been worth it.
It wasn't. It was a 3rd-pound burger, but it tasted like any other restaurant around town I could get, get a burger at.
Well, I mean, we got a place over in Waxahachie called Pop's Burgers, and they're constantly getting rated number one. Chris and I have been in there a couple of times, and I don't even think, for the 2 meals, drinks, and everything, I don't think I've ever spent over $30 for both of those.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's right around the corner from me down here, there's a little, it's a bar, but all they serve is beer. They don't serve any hard liquors, and they're only open until like 9 o'clock at night. I haven't been down there in a long time, like almost 20 years. They've got really good burgers and fries for a reasonable price. I keep forgetting about it whenever.
Well, these doggone chains around here you got so damn expensive you can't eat nothing out of them.
What do you think, Mater? I give him $15 to shave his whole head and beard.
Well, but Bocce, I don't mind seafood on dry ice. Hook a brother up. You can ship it down. It ain't that far from there down here. I could do some. I could do some really good fresh flounder.
Now, if you want a good burger, down by Fredericksburg, just outside of it is a place called Alamo Springs, and it's Alamo Springs Cafe. I went there after hearing about it, and it's like, damn, this burger is big. I mean, we're talking, probably a good 5-6 inches in diameter, with the size of their burger. Then the
Was that
fries,
one for dinner?
that was actually for dinner and everything, and I think that burger alone, my part was about $16. So I mean, I think, and that included having the beer. I think I don't even think I spent $40 total. But now there's another place in Fredericksburg. I wound up going there. I went there twice. I've been to Fredericksburg twice. Oh, you're solo.
Holy shit.
He hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
But it's a place called Hondo's on Main Street, and it's basically outdoor dining. You're sitting outside the benches and everything. And one thing that they wound up saying is they've got some strong drinks. And yeah, they do. But there's one drink that they've got. I got it twice, one each time. And it's a margarita. I can't remember what kind, but they put a pineapple, a chunk of pineapple on the side of it. I took a bite out of that pineapple. I got more drunk off the damn pineapple than I did the drink itself. And I was telling everybody about it. When I'm going down there a second time, the person I was dating, she said, "All right, this ain't no big deal. I can handle it." About 20,
I don't think that's going to
20
happen, Thomas.
I was going to say about 20, 25 minutes after she put the whole thing in her mouth, I finally stopped laughing. And she did not believe how strong it was. And we asked them, they soak them in tequila for a month.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going. No, that piece of pineapple's got more alcohol in it than the whole drink.
No wonder now you know what that worm feels like in the bottom of the bottle, huh?
Oh, man. It's like, here, you can have my chunk of pineapple. I mean, I like pineapple. But it's like, I'm not taking the whole thing. I mean, it was about a third of a ring of pineapple. And it's like, nope. The food's good.
I don't think $1,000 can be even a down payment on that, Thomas. I don't think that's going to happen no matter what you pay them.
Well, there used to be a little what do you call it, cafe down where I went to school at when I spent my year at college. And it was ran by an old man and woman. And that was some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life for restaurant food. He would, hey, Rail,
Oh, yeah.
they were open from like 4 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 in the morning. They'd close for a couple hours and then open back up for like 3 hours for lunch. And then they were open from like 4:30 till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And go in there for breakfast. And he always made his, uh, it's like sausage gravy, but it's all the leftover bacon and ham and sausage patties and stuff left over from breakfast. He chopped that all up and put it in like the white gravy mix. That stuff was amazing. He put that over biscuits. It's the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had in my life. I make it here at home, but it don't taste nowhere near like his does because I don't know what, how he cooked it on the griddle or what, but
Right.
it was
Hey,
awesome.
Don.
Hey, Don, how you doing, man?
Oh,
Y'all were talking about cutting Jeff's hair. I guarantee you, the dog will bite. The dog will want to bite Jeff if he walked in the house with no hair on, or no hair, and no beard.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm due for a haircut. I mean, it's going to be getting cut here not too long, but it won't be that short. I
think I might need another haircut.
I use a 1 inch adapter on the trimmers and do the whole top and then trim the sides here, and we're good for a few months. Yeah, I went to a Five Guys up here at the Five Guys burger place. I wasn't real impressed. Same thing with Red Robin. We have a Red Robin up here. I wasn't impressed for the. Yeah, nah.
Five Guys, is that the one that has like the sacks of potatoes out there?
I think so.
I know a guy I always work with every now and then. He would drive a half hour from where we're working all the way down to the Five Guys just to have a burger. It's like, really, dude?
We don't have Five Guys now. We are getting more In-N-Out burgers down here, and we actually have our second McDonald's now opened up. One on the other side of town by the high school, but they actually have another burger joint open up right next. Or there's a gas station, convenience store, and then you got McDonald's convenience store, and then on the other side of that is a new burger joint. And from what I've heard and tried, it ain't worth it.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Andy, whichever one it is.
Hey, Marcus, Andy.
I don't know, Mudster. You better be very easy on that last 8 inches.
That's what I was thinking, man. Somebody that can weld a saw blade back together.
Especially a sawzall blade.
Yeah.
All you gotta do with them is look at them funny and they break.
I
Rage
wouldn't
and
think
Cajun.
of it. That thing decides to come out, and you're looking right over it. You might be split half yourself.
Well,
Hey, Rachel.
the place that I miss the most is Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers Burgers. They used to have. I don't know if they had them all over the country or just around here or what, but
We have them down here.
you go in and you can pick what size burger you want, and then you go out and it has like the mile-long salad bar with every topping you can possibly think of. I like that. That was my kind of place.
Now, I can tell you a burger joint that has got some good burgers, and that's Guy's Burger Joint. You go in there, they've only got, I think, 5 different ones to choose from. And man, I tell you, those are some of the best. And these are from, Guy Fieri from Cooking with the Food Network or something like that.
Yeah.
There's only one problem. He's only got them on Carnival cruise ships. So you have to go on a Carnival cruise in order to enjoy it. But man, I tell you, by the time they open up, they've got a line, probably 10, 15 people deep, coming from both directions just to get the order.
Well, now Lisa just hit a soft spot with me. She's going to the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I would love to go back to Cheesecake Factory.
What's that?
Yes, Daryl. Like they only got about 80 or 90 different selections of cheesecake in there.
What's that? The second box you just had to open, Daryl?
Probably second cake.
Daryl's gonna start mainlining it here shortly.
Yeah.
He's just gonna have an IV drip. But
Hey, Chris,
yeah, I like me some Cheesecake Factory. I like cheesecake, period. But
yeah, I do too. Now I tell you that the cheesecake they got there at the Cheesecake Factory, man, you talk about some rich and thick. It's like you start going on it, it's like.
Well, there used to be a. I'm trying to remember what the name of it was now. God, I can't remember the name of the nearest restaurant now. They used to make their own desserts, and they used to make this. It was a Hershey chocolate something cake. It reminds you the texture of cheesecake, but it was 100% pure chocolate, just different kinds, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and it was a piece 3 inches thick, it looked like a cheesecake, and it even had like a chocolate crumble crust,
like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you showed up here tonight, Daryl?
Death by chocolate.
Oh.
It was death by chocolate. I would go in and get the sandwich, and stuff. And when I went in and all the desserts are right there, I would pre-order my dessert to make sure I had it. And the one waitress in there that was always in there, she's like, let me guess, it's to go. I'm like, yeah, after eating all this, hoagie and stuff like that, you think I can, down this chocolate cheesecake or chocolate cake? And she joked with him one night. She said, I'm just going to box you up a whole one. I'm like, you'll never see me again. I will die.
So anyways, next weekend, I'm going down to Kutztown. They're having a show down there. They got the big tractors plowing. They got little garden tractors plowing. And they got big tractors pulling. And they got little garden tractors pulling Sunday.
Awesome. Sounds like a good time.
Yep.
Ooh,
So I figured that's easier than going all the way out.
Oh, Ed, you know how I've been talking about trying to find an air compressor
to
have in here? I found one. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's at, I think, some little college or something like that. But they got a Husky 20-gallon. And I think current bid's either $35 or $40. I looked it up, as far as what one like that would be brand new. It's like $200.
Wow.
And I'm going, yeah, and this place here is like 40 minutes away from the house.
Hi, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
I was over right before I went on vacation. I was over in our storage unit, our storage building, kind of nosing around because that's where they keep the mowers for the winter because it's heated. And back in the one back corner, there's a big, like 40-gallon air compressor tank with a motor on it. I'm like, wonder what that's from. So I asked my boss. Apparently, it's from the place that they did painting and stuff in there before we bought the building. And I said, well, what are we going to do with that tank? He's like, well, I don't know. I said, how about if it gets moved so we have that space to store stuff? Like, all right. I've been looking at Harbor Freight. They got that big I think it's 15 or 16 CFM compressor. Takes a 2-horsepower motor to run it for like $150 or something like that. That will bolt right on that tank. So sometime this summer, I'm going to have me a nice big air compressor. And I think what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, rather than putting it in my shop, I have an overhang. It's like an 8-foot long overhang, 6 or 8 feet overhang on my garage out front. I think around on the far end where I never use that garage door. I think I'm gonna build a little room to put that thing in and insulate it and all that. Put a light bulb in there, and that way it's out of the shop and not making all kinds of noise in my shop. And
Why, you don't want to listen to that?
it's not so much I don't want to listen to it. It's just I don't have the room for a 40-gallon stand-up air compressor.
Neither do I. That's why I didn't get one yet.
But I have the need for a 10, 12, 14 CFM air compressor.
Right.
I've got tons of air tools that my little Harbor Freight Central Pneumatic air compressor just won't run. Well, they'll run it for a few seconds, but then
I'm having that problem with the Makita. I could run it, but it doesn't last. It doesn't hold up to one of them little die grinders.
nah.
Yeah. You're gonna have a big tank. You're gonna be running die grinder or anything like a drill or something like that. One, you're gonna have a big enough tank, and second, you're gonna have a compressor that can move a lot of CFM. Now, the best one for something like that would be a 2-stage. A 2-stage compressor is so much more capable of keeping up compared to a single stage.
Let's see here.
And the third thing you need is a 3/8 airline.
I'm actually running 1/4 inch, and I've never had a problem with that.
Well, I used to have everything of mine ran 3/8, except for the big air guns. They ran 3/4 or a 1/2 inch. I know these guys used to run like the 3/4 inch air guns. They'd run them on a 1/4 inch airline and wondered why they never really tightened nothing up. Hey,
Yeah.
Cajun.
Hey, Cajun.
What's up, Cajun?
Tommy asked me how many liters that tank was. I think it's 3.9 liters to a gallon. So if it's 40 gallon, we're talking what?
3.49, isn't it?
Almost 120 liters.
Yeah, 120 or so liters, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's big.
Yeah.
The motor with the plate where the motor sits on is about eye level. So, and I don't think I could get my arms around the tank.
Now, see, I had a way of moving. Now I do have a Cobalt 80-gallon 2-stage, but where I've got it at, trying to get it moved around to over here, it would take a forklift because it's still bolted onto the pallet, and from the floor of the garage it's sitting in to ground level is about 4 foot difference.
Well, I mean, I got a 5 horsepower sitting out here, the 60-gallon tank on it. So,
Yep.
I got an extra 60-gallon tank. I'm kind of thinking about popping that other one, the other compressor through that, and have a 120-gallon air capacity there.
That would definitely get you some work done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a small, probably 10-gallon compressor here in the garage that my dad had from years ago. I plugged it in, flipped the switch and everything, and it won't do anything. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yes, Tommy. Before I hook it up or buy the compressor part for it, I will stick my inspection camera in there and check to make sure it's not all rusted out on the inside. But I will check it out, and if it is rusted out, then it becomes a cooker or something.
A scrap metal.
Yeah. Thomas says he has a Campbell Household 5 horsepower 20-gallon air compressor. Yeah, I was actually looking at the tankless screw compressors. If you guys never seen those, they run. I think they'll run 15 to 22 CFM tankless.
I
They're
seen a few
expensive.
small ones a long time ago. A buddy of mine had dozens of them. They were only about this big though, about this
Yeah,
big around.
yeah,
Like
they're
a,
not big. They're the screw style compressors, and they make them for like service trucks and shops that have air needs that don't want to run airlines all over the place and have big huge air compressors. But they will run, like I said, 15 to 22 CFM uh, tankless. So
yeah.
they, they
Buddy of mine, he was using those for airbrushing.
hmm
It
yeah,
don't store air, so there's no condensation for
right,
moisture for his paintbrush gun.
right. And if you run them long enough, you actually have to have an air cooler because they will heat up.
Oh yeah.
So
Now I'm looking at this little Husky, and it said 20 gallons, but it's saying it's 6.1 at 40 and 4.3 at 90 psi.
that would be a good general use. If you try to get into like your big half-inch impacts and stuff like that, you'll need roughly 7 to 9, 10
Oh yeah,
CFM.
but
But
for just using this little 15 gauge finish nailer and 18
yeah,
gauge stapler, that's fine. I mean, that's about the only air tools I'm going to need, or maybe blowing something with the nozzle and everything off every now and then.
yeah. Well, see, I've got a slew of different air die grinders, rights, lefts, straights, longs, short. I've got a couple air impacts. I've got air drills. I've got air sanders and all that kind of stuff from years and years of past life stuff. And they're all
Most all my stuff is too. So
I've still got air impacts from when I was switching the wrenches in the garage. Not only the ratchet, I've got the grinder. I got the half inch. I got 3/8. I got a drill. I still got all that, but I haven't been in a garage working in over 20 years. So they're just sitting there collecting dust.
well. I was looking at the difference between. I was looking at the Milwaukee die grinders, those battery ones,
Right.
and for what I'd pay for one of those, I can buy that compressor from Harbor Freight. So I just started looking for a tank. I don't mind using air. I like using air.
Oh yeah.
I
Um,
love it.
you know, Now at work, I love my cordless tools, but you know I'm not going to spend $200 on a cordless die grinder for here at home when I can spend $150 on a big CFM compressor and get a tank cheap somewhere.
Yeah.
And I bought that Central Pneumatic. It was on clearance because they quit carrying them, and I bought it strictly because my other small air compressor that I use for just small stuff, I thought the compressor itself blew a gasket after I got it out of the way and moved, and the other compressor put there. Here it was the copper line that went from the compressor down into the tank had rotted off. It rotted off down by the tank. So, all I gotta do is replace that, and I've got another decent air compressor that one will run a die grinder for a little bit longer than that Central Pneumatic, but they're both loud, they're both old, so and I want to up my game.
You want to be more professional, like.
Well, the lift I got's air operated, so whenever I go to put it, use it, if I'm using that and air tools going up and down, the compressor's always kicking on and off, and so I just want something that I can like I said, build that little room out there, and I've been thinking about enclosing half of that overhang anyways, just for storage, and this will be a good reason to close it in and make some better storage area for myself, and I won't have to listen to it, and I I'll gain about 4x4 foot area on the floor to put more junk.
Hey, little Joe.
Hey, little Joe.
Hey, little Joe.
The air compressor at my father's last job before he retired, they took an oil tank, a 300, 400 gallon oil tank when they stopped using heating oil. They converted that to an air tank.
Ooh, that'd be dangerous.
They never ran out of air.
Yeah, that would be dangerous.
A lot of volume there.
A lot of volume, but that'd be dangerous. Those things aren't very thick.
Yeah.
Well, for commercial use, they are. When they that one was real. That was from the 50s. That tank.
I've got one at home, or not home, at work, and it is literally an Army surplus, probably from the 60s. It's a horizontal tank, and it's every bit of 8 foot long and probably 3.5 feet in diameter. It's 220, and when it kicks on, it starts out like real slow, and then it spins up to pressure. And that's our backup one now. I have gone all day. Yeah, I have gone all day, kick it on in the morning, air it up, and gone all day running my impacts and stuff, and it might kick on one time.
Yeah.
But the thing about that one is it creates a lot of water. It has an automatic drain on it, and it will kick on and off a bunch of times while it's running. But yeah, our science building, when they remodeled it, they had 2 Ingersoll Rand horizontal. I think they're 200 gallon tanks or something like that, brand new. The guy that was there in the old building remembered when they bought them, and he said they've probably only got 100 hours on them, and they were there by 10 years.
That's not a lot of runtime.
Well, there was 2 of them. They kept one in case they needed it, and we took the other one and put it down in my shop because our old air compressor, it was there when I got there, so it was like 20 years old. When it kicked on, it didn't sound real healthy.
It made a noise.
It made a lot of noise, and then finally, whenever we switched them out, one of the other guys there at the shop, he took it because it was 220. I had no use for it. He took it home, put it in his garage, wired it up, and it ran for about a week and shot a rod out through the side.
Ooh.
And when he tore it apart and looked at it, he's like, because it was a 2-stage, two piston pump. He said, "How long you been running it on one piston?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "That there's a broken connecting rod in it." He said, "And it's all dirty, nasty. So it's had to have been running on one piston for, a long time." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh, that's where that noise was coming from.
All right, Thomas, take care, buddy. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Later, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Man, it was chilly this morning over here. Last night it was getting chilly, and this morning, man, I'm like, whoa. And actually, I had to wear like a thick denim, like a Wrangler denim jacket, that a Wrangler denim jacket. It's not a shirt, but it's a light jacket made out of blue jean material. So it's a light jacket. And I was
You see what I'm wearing? I've actually got the diesel heater going.
Yeah.
And it was raining this morning. Not a
Yeah,
heavy
it rained
rain.
again today over here this morning.
Yeah. We didn't have any rain yesterday, but I woke up and everything was wet outside.
I didn't realize. I mean, I watched the weather yesterday, but not on the news channel, but I scanned the radar and all, and I didn't know we had a little cool front coming through again.
We got frost warnings here tonight.
Well, when I got to Mom's this afternoon to cut them trees and stuff up, it was snowing.
Damn.
So.
That's funny.
Hey, Fixer Strip, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
Man, I'm hurt.
I bet you it would, Lisa, if that thing sounded like a turbine engine kicking on. So.
That's crazy. This year's been so bipolar. It's crazy.
Hey, when I was heading to Mark and Sandy's yesterday for the birthday party, about a half a mile from my house, stopped at a stoplight. It started out that like wet snow, like splattered on the windshield. Then it turned to little balls of ice, and then it turned into like marble-sized hail.
Damn, hard sleep, huh?
Yeah, and as fast as it came, it went. So.
That's crazy.
Oh, good luck with that, little Joe.
Yep, good luck, Joe.
Good
Hope
luck.
everything.
Knees are they changing your kneecap? Because that's not too bad. My daddy had both of them done at the same time. And after that, he's like, man, I should have did one at a time. Like, yes, everybody told you to do one at a time.
Well, going in for any kind of joint surgery or anything like that kind of, I don't want to say it scares me, but it has concern. My dad went in for hip surgery. They replaced his hip, and then shortly after that's when he had a stroke. So,
blood clot or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he had the stroke while he was having the surgery, but they say no. It was the next day or so.
Oh.
So, and the whole reason he was having the surgery is for he could enjoy his retirement with my mom and go traveling and everything. And she spent 10 plus years taking care of him. So, yeah, surgeries are not on my joint surgeries are not on my top of my priority list.
Hey,
Yeah,
my neighbor
kneecap ain't
had
too
a
bad
total
because
hip
they ain't much to
replacement.
open up, you know.
Well, when they did his hip surgery, for his whole entire life, his right leg was shorter than his left leg.
Yeah, that's different ball game there though. Hip surgery.
When they did his hip surgery, they actually extended it so his hips would be level. And
okay.
Johnny's
like that. He's got a leg like 3/4 inch shorter than the other one.
Yeah, because I mean, it caused him back problems his whole life and everything too. So they were hoping that when realigning his hips would, take care of his back problems. And like I said, he never fully recovered from his stroke, to the point that they could go travel and.
Oh man!
I mean, they did stuff. I mean, right after he got out of the hospital from his hip surgery and everything. I mean, they still did a little bit here and there, but not like what they wanted to.
Right.
So,
well, I attempted to get a Procom half-wave antenna up in the air today.
You can get far.
Late. I needed 2 bolts. Like this, 2 little 1/4 inch. This one's a head bolt off of Evan Root 15 horse. I said, "Oh, good, you got me stainless steel." It took him about an hour to find 2 bolts and 2 nuts. I said, "Oh, you got stainless?" He said, "No, these ain't stainless. They just ain't rusted yet." And I put this thing on a magnet. I'm like, "What?" I said, I looked at it and knew it was stainless right away. So anyway, it's an 18-foot base antenna, Procom, for CB, and ham radio. And the pole, my mast pole at the TV antenna, TV antenna was on. TV antenna's still good. And the pole came down, and we got to wrestling with it, and I drilled some holes. And I got my coax out, and I never did stand the mast up. It's a 3-section mast. I never did stand it up to get the antenna. Johnny had to leave it to go tend to a buddy of his. So, oh well. There's always tomorrow.
Hey Eddie, how you doing? No, I did not get the second day of the polls. after being there for almost 8 hours standing because they didn't have very much spectator seating. My back and hip and stuff was totally washed out, so I did not make it for Saturday. I wish I would have, but I definitely will next year, and I will bring my own seating.
All right.
All right, Ben. Thanks for stopping in, Ben.
See you later, Ben.
Yeah, it sucks. They didn't have enough seating.
Yeah, and like I said, that was the first time I'd ever been there. I did see some other videos and stuff from last year and stuff. If I would have known that they didn't have that much seating, I would have brought my own. But yeah, so next year I'm hoping I'll bring my own seating and be there and bring extra battery and memory sticks for the camera. That too, because that's why I quit recording Friday. Is I ran out of battery.
That's one thing I like about with this camcorder I've got. It actually came with 2 batteries.
Well, I've got 2 batteries, and I actually charged mine up Thursday night.
You just didn't take it with you.
Yeah, it was still on the charger when I.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was charged up. You just didn't take it with you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, my camcorder will record for, I want to say 160 minutes battery life. And it had less than 5 minutes left whenever I stopped videoing.
Yeah. Just made it, huh?
Yep. So. And,
So I found a new pulley for my mower deck.
Did you find one?
Yep.
Good.
I looked it up today. I can order it from the place that I get all the tractor parts from. But I figured I'll wait and see if guy Sam, he could come up with one. I texted him last night and messaged him. He said, let me go check, see what I got for you.
Yeah. I'm actually going to check with the people that put that pole on and see if I can get a little area set up to live stream.
Maggie, wait a Maggie.
With their permission. I think that would be pretty cool if I could get set up with a little table, and I mean, I'll bring the table and chair and everything. If I could get power and Wi-Fi, I would live stream the whole thing. So
She ain't gonna bite me.
Oh, Maggie, that was pretty mean, taking me to get all took apart.
Had to cut her stomach from here all the way down to cut half her stomach out. She's all right. She's on eggs and rice diet for a while, huh?
Hey, eggs and rice are good. I like eggs and rice.
Oh well, yeah, I eat that almost every morning. Almost.
But the farts this dog is giving out, they're not good.
Hey, throw a little fish sauce on there. You almost got stir fry.
No, she can't have that.
Yeah.
She'll be all right. She had the same thing that Mr. Briggs had, stomach cancer, and they took after Briggs lasted 11 years after they did that.
So, but that's one of my favorite things my brother cooks on his Blackstone is the stir fry.
Yeah, y'all had that a week or 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Yep, for his 25th wedding anniversary.
Missy made me some rice and eggs the other morning. It was after we cooked that crawfish etouffee, and I ate that for supper. Who was cooking? It was Renegade. He was cooking breakfast. His wife was cooking breakfast for supper. Made me hungry breakfast for supper. So I told Missy we got that crawfish etouffee left. So I said, just want 3 eggs, and I got the rice, the amount of rice I wanted, and I put the amount of crawfish and gravy I wanted. And I said, now after the eggs, cook, just cook them, eggs regular like you normally do, and just throw all this in, like regular rice and eggs. This is already all heated up. You ain't got to leave it in it for overtime. It's already all heated up. She said, all right. Man, I tore that up. That was so good. Rice and eggs with etouffee, crawfish, and gravy. I
almost ordered crawfish tails Friday night when we went out to eat, but for what how many they were offering for the price. Nah, I stuck with the calamari.
What's that? Crawfish?
They had the restaurant we went to Friday night. They had crawfish tails on the menu it's in like a butter garlic sauce as an appetizer.
Uh-huh.
But for the price they wanted for the amount you would get, I passed on that and got the calamari. But
Oh, I love fried squid.
Delisa, if you wait until tomorrow, maybe I can get Money Maniacs up, and he'd be wanting to be able to tell you because he's going to have all the books and everything.
Yeah, you can
time is it?
send me a bunch of pictures.
No.
I mean, like what kind of coins, you talking about?
He's got several dollars and stuff like that. Penny is hung out pennies and stuff like that. I don't know what else he's got.
I know what kind of silver dollars.
Huh?
What kind of silver dollars? Are they Peace? Are they Morgans? Or
I don't know. It's just
they're just silver dollars.
Going into overtime. I don't
Yep,
want to see you have to write a check.
Yeah. So, yep. I appreciate.
All right, Jeff. I know you fix it. Well, nope, not fixing to. He's gone. At least I got all right. Oh, excuse me. At least I got all right, Jeff, in there.
So, all right, y'all. We did our hour. We're gonna shut her down. I appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out with me on this fine Sunday evening. Hope you all stay warm and dry. And we will catch you all Friday night on Daryl's, or Saturday on Mark's, or Mondays and Wednesdays on Mater's. And, we will do this again. Everybody be well.
good night. Appreciate
Good night,
you.
everybody.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. As always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Blue top.
See y'all.
All right. Good night.
Bye.